wrist. You can see him just grimacing there as he... Just looking again, he doesn't actually twist his ankle, so that's fairly good news. Just has the outside of his foot trodden upon by the midfield player, Runjinski.
Kroos. Mesut Ozil. Hector.
Germany need more from Mesut Ozil. Such a good player when he's on form and picking out his passes. It's not really affected the game at all so far. What was this man? Goetze.
Hector, it's well located.
That's the most common ball that Germany have played so far. Berting, the right-sided centre-half, the big diagonal, out to Hector.
Ozil. Kroos. Kadira. Jerome Boateng. Draxler keeping it alive. And calmly guided away by Krychowiak. Milik. Once more, Draxler. Götze. And two balls on the pitch. Kroos has got rid of the extraneous one. And here's Götze. And it's a goal kick.
He realised he couldn't get his left foot crossing, so tried to win a corner here. Actually tried to nutmeg Piszczek, didn't work for him. There's the man that came on and scored that late goal. Is he fully fit to play a big part in the game? Rather than just come on with 5 or 6 minutes to go.
Krychowiak. Kamil Grosicki.
Hasn't been particularly good in the attacking areas, but he's defended quite well on 2 or 3 occasions now. Müller.
Götze. Pass down all over him.
That's where the foul occurred to start with, and he carries it on. He carries it on a bit further. Götze was holding on to the centre-back shirt as well.
Götze. Grzegorz Krychowiak, part of the Sevilla side that won the Europa League for a 3rd consecutive season. Yellow card. Mesut Ozil.
Well, I wonder if the referee was going to give him a yellow card before Ozil said something to him. I'm not sure he was. And the fact that Ozil complained, there he's grabbing hold of the arm, not too much wrong. Krychowiak goes down fairly easily. That's what he says there that I think causes the problems to the referee.
Poland managed to outscore Germany in qualifying. I knew they outscored everyone. This prolific team with 33 goals, massaged by 15 against Gibraltar. Khedira. Götze's layoff for Müller. Now Draxler. Khedira.
Well, the ball was on as well as Poland was squeezing up. Hervedez, the right back. Looks like he timed his run to get in behind them. Khedira found him with the pass.
Hector. Hervedez. Offside Ozil.
Germany are going wide. They're not often getting their crosses in. They go back into a dangerous area. There is the offside. Or a crowded area, should I say. They're struggling to pass through Poland at the moment. They need to just take the opportunity to get a couple of crosses into the box, make Poland defend a little bit wider and then play through them. They'll be quite pleased with the way the last 15-20 minutes has gone. So are they.
Julian Draxler. Müller. Götze. Khedira. Toni Kroos. Hector with two in the box. Two has become four. Draxler. Kroos. Offside. Follow wouldn't have counted. Thomas Müller had already been flagged before the shot came in from Götze.
He's just offside, but the ball's played to him. Good decision by the assistant referee. But once again, the ball's out in a wide area with Draxler. You think of the chance they've had so far. Götze had the header. It came from a cross from Draxler, coming back on his right foot, bending it into the box. Whenever they've got into tight areas, it hasn't really worked for them so far.
UEFA Euro 2016 continues tomorrow with 3 more matches. The first of those, Italy against Sweden from Toulouse. That's in Group E. Coverage begins at 8:30 a.m. Eastern on ESPN with kick-off at 9 o'clock. All the matches, all 51, spread across 31 days of this 15th European Championship, streaming live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app.
Good closing down from Lewandowski. Now trying to squeeze a little bit higher up the field. It's a risky ball to play into Khedira.
Blaszczykowski was fouled. Germany labouring. That's an issue that will be picked up on, no doubt, by Michael Ballack and Taylor Twellman in the company of Bob Lee in our half-time show.
Interesting to see what time Michael Ballack thinks that there should be a change in centre forward to get a different striker on, different sort of striker in Gomez, if at all.
That was quick. Tchaikovsky's header down. Krychowiak. Draxler. Watchfully done by Jędrzejczyk.
Really been tested so far. Fabianski. He's never had a problem with his shot stopping. It's been coming for crosses where he had problems for Arsenal.
Grosicki testing out Boateng. Oh, so tidy figure of Kroos. To Draxler.
Good position that he took up there, Jędrzejczyk. Stopping that ball being switched out to that right-hand side, and Thomas Müller.
Grosicki plays in France for Rennes.
Look at the difference in the pressure now from Poland as opposed to the start of the game.
Poland, a country with a glorious footballing past. A couple of World Cup semi-finals on their CV. That's offside against Lewandowski.
Tight decision. We're right in line with it. He was offside, I think, just about. Yes. Milik getting himself turned. Boateng doesn't go back in, just holds his ground. But this is, again, the pressing of Poland. Tchaikovsky went to the fullback, then got back into midfield and won the tackle.
Hector. Behind by Pazdan.
Better ball. Goetze has to score. He's onside. Bends it along that 6-yard box rather than 8 yards out. Goetze goes in and gets an easy finish.
German fans rise from their seats in anticipation. Kroos. They can sit down again now. And there hasn't been too much, Stuart, to make fans of either side stand up too often.
Absolutely. After that first 5 or 6 minutes where Germany looked as though they might open up Poland. They played with any fluency, they've created very little, been laboured in their attacks.
Hervedez. Piszczek. German throw. Kroos. Weather here, by the way, comparatively benign for those of you that were watching the earlier game from Lyon, which was temporarily suspended because of hailstones. Nothing remotely similar here. Kadira.
It looks like he teed himself up nicely there on the volley. On the knockdown when it came out the box. Quickly onto it. trying to get it with his laces, comes off the inside of his foot. Follow through's not quite right either. The result, 20 yards wide of that near post.
Connells.
Excellent play from the centre-back, Pazdan. Knew that Germany had to go long. He had to win the ball against Gertz, and he did so.
The referee will want words and will reach for his pocket for that. Yellow card brandished by Bjorn Kuipers, the Dutch official, against Monchinski. Hector. No additional time. And maybe that's a blessing. It's not been a classic first half. Goal-scoring activity has been, shall we be polite and say, at a premium. But credit to Poland for closing down Germany, for pressing them, for forcing them into error. No real chances as yet for Lewandowski. Bob, at half-time here in the Stade de France. Germany 0, Poland 0.
John, that's exactly right. A well-organized Polish defense. We talked at the top of the game about those second match blues for Germany. They're playing all right, but Poland is with them step for step. You like late goals. We've had 35% of our goals so far in this tournament, 75 minutes or later. So who knows what will happen. Right now, we step aside. We'll be back to take a look at this.
Welcome to UEFA Euro 2016. ESPN's halftime report is presented by DirecTV. Here's your host, Bob Lee.
Approaching 10 p.m. Parisian time, a little bit later tonight, someone's national colors will illuminate the Eiffel Tower. Whoever is mentioned the most on Twitter will earn that honor. And certainly in Berlin at the Brandenburg Gate, they're mulling over what is right now a scoreless match. Germany and Poland, as befitting, though. Two teams that went at it in their qualifying group. In fact, Poland back in October of 2014 for the first time ever defeated Germany. So all of that is history to be considered as we're at the half. Michael Ballack, Taylor Twellman, Bob Lee. Feeling out process, perhaps. No one really able, Taylor, to take that step forward and say, I'm going to try and open up the game. Poland's doing an exceptionally good job.
Yeah, we've seen this throughout the tournament, haven't we? Teams be very compact defensively, make life very difficult. We've seen this a little bit with Germany. They've had plenty of touches in the attacking third, but I think Poland's done a wonderful job centrally, which was the key to this game, was making sure you force Germany in wide areas. But, Michael, you look at this, they're doing a wonderful job of just forcing Germany to one side of the field.
We've seen it here. They're very narrow, very good moving from one side to the other. That opens space to the side. In that case, Hector gets the ball, and then it has to go quick. Here's one touch, two, and then with his weaker foot, great cross, and then Götze, we know, is not the best goal scorer. But here again, we see very narrow defending, very difficult to create chances, to get through the middle. They always have to go over the side. Hector gets the ball again, and here with a shot. But that was everything so far. So I'm missing a bit the last touch, the last pace. They start really well, Germany. Then they slowed a bit down, even just 5 or 10%. But that allows Poland to move quicker around, closes gaps quicker. And so we see not many chances.
And ultimately, when you're playing that compact defensively centrally, you need to get it wide. When you look at the numbers, Hector had the second most touches for Germany going forward. He just needs to be a little bit more efficient. Michael hit the nail on the head, a little bit quicker with his decisions, and ultimately get 2 or 3 runners inside the 18.
We'll see if they can open up that game, whether Poland will allow them to open up the game. Germany has won the last 4 times they've been tied at a Euro match at halftime, and they're right now in a 0-0 draw of the moment. All the celebrations for Vardy and for Sturridge. Roy Hodgson said, I was planning these substitutions all along. We're going to take a look at the highlights. Right.
You are watching UEFA Euro 2016. ESPN's halftime report is presented by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Incoming missile. Track failure. Scanning cargo.
Got visual on hostile tracking weapons. I've got a visual on hostile target lining him up. I have one in my sights, taking a shot. Bandit is under fire. I've got a bandit in my sights. Looks like I've got some company. I've got one of them on my tail.
Cancelled. Dock.